Well, that's not how I anticipated the game going, obviously. We shot a lot of jump shots early in the first half. That was obviously their defensive setup. They were going to double Devontae, and when Devontae passes out, our guys were wide open. We missed some, and it just sort of snowballed on us. We had to figure out a way to get to the basket, get fouled, or something else. And they made some shots. Obviously, they shoot a lot of threes. They made some tough threes. We left them a little bit too open on a couple occasions, and so they got a huge lead in the first half. We battled back, played really hard in the second half, started making some shots to let us go on some of the runs. But in the end, it wasn't enough. I mean, we'd have 5-6 point runs, and then they'd make a three or get an offensive rebound off. We'd have a great defensive possession, force them into a terrible shot. It wouldn't even hit the rim, it'd hit the backboard hard, and they'd chase it down. So we just didn't get the rebounds that we needed to after we got some stops to really try and put a dent in there and really get over the hump.
Questions? You knew their perimeter game is their bread and butter.
Yeah.
Were they doing anything in particular to get that spacing, or just not closing out on your end, or what was it?
No, that's what they do. I mean, I think our guys a lot of times were there to get a hand up. Sebring, he's tall. Our guys are right there. He's just shooting it over our guy's hand. I mean, making some tough shots. But he does that, and we know that. But I don't know what else we can do. I mean, he banked in a couple and those kind of things. But we tried some zone. It didn't affect them. We tried to double a little bit, and they just found the open man. And so when you're double teaming or trying stuff like that, and they're a good passing team, they found the open man. Like when they double teamed Devontae, we got wide open looks. We just didn't make any of them in the first half.
CB, you mentioned Sebring. Were you impressed by just maybe his poise there in the second half to be able to get what he wanted? They got him on the elbow.
Sure.
I mean, is that the right way to look at it?
Yeah, he definitely played with poise, and he made those big shots. He sort of stopped some of our runs himself just by making those big shots. And I thought defensively on those shots that he made, we did a great job. They just went in, and he had a big time game. And he's done that in the past. He's had big time games for him. He's all CAA player. Sometimes they make big plays. Their game plan was to not let Devontae control everything, and Devontae still ended up with 20 points and 19 rebounds. And like I say, if some of our other guys just would have made some open looks earlier, it's a different ball game. But we're trying to come back the whole second half and exerting a lot of effort, and we at least got to where I thought we might get over the hump, and then they made those plays.
How tough is it to have a little momentum coming off of Thursday, and now you're back on a loss again?
Yeah, it's difficult. I mean, it would be great to have the 2-game homestand, win them both. Everybody sets out to win their games. Elon lost their game at Charleston, and they came in thinking they were going to win. We won our game against William & Mary. We came in thinking we were going to win. But we got some days to prepare for our next game, and we got to make sure that mentally we have to play both halves, whether that's executing on offense or playing hard on defense. This time it was just knocking down the shots. So somehow, some way, we got to step up and make the shots and or attack the basket a little bit better.
He got, obviously, the double-double record tonight. Is there anybody, I mean, obviously, Wright Foreman is spectacular, but is Kaycock playing as well as Wright Foreman right now with the fact that he's averaging these double-doubles and doing what he's doing the way he's done it the last couple games?
Yeah, statistically, I think he's doing about everything he can, probably better than anybody in the country, at least in conference games. He's had a double-double every single conference game, so it's very impressive. I haven't necessarily followed Justin Wright Foreman, other than us playing him, and he's really good, and he can really score it, and he's an unselfish kid. He gets rid of it, and he's really helping their team. But yeah, Devontae's having a sensational season.
It was a pretty good start for Elon. I think it's 11 of the first 19 they made, so it kind of got settled in. Did that in any way, do you think, contribute to what wasn't going right for you guys? I mean, you think maybe you were like, oh, well, we're falling behind here and we need to catch up quick?
I don't think so. they started off well offensively, and we started off missing shots offensively, and so that enabled them to get the big lead, and somehow, some way, we're gonna have to come back. We're gonna have to make some shots at some point. But you obviously don't want. I think we were 2 of our first 18 or something like that. So not good from 3. 2 of our first 18 from 3, I think, because that.
7 of 22 at one point overall.
Yeah. But they, I mean, it was just the first half they made shots and we didn't. It's as simple as that, and that's why they got the big lead. And I mean, it's hard to come back.
That was as animated as I've seen you with the officials. Were you frustrated with how things were kind of being called both ways today, it seemed like?
Yeah, I mean, I thought there was just a lot more out there that would have helped, and they said they probably missed it, but that I always keep telling them that didn't really necessarily help me. The play's over. It could have been our ball. Like I don't know how somebody shoots it out of bounds and it's not our ball, but that's not why we lost the game by any means. Yes, I was frustrated. I was frustrated with a lot of things. I was frustrated with our team. I was frustrated with our first half performance, but I was frustrated with a lot of things.